2, 1, and you are live.
Welcome back, Rutgers. I'm Kim Peterman.
And I'm Manuel Silva-Paulus. We have a great show lined up for you. It is Monday, January 22nd, 2018.
Weather Watcher Manny Cruz will give you the regional and big picture forecast for the day.
Ziajah Nellom will paint the town scarlet at last year's MLK Dream Week.
Samantha Feaser will visit to speak about the Learning Centers.
We've got tons of show to get to. Let's wake up, Rutgers.
Hello and welcome, Rutgers. It's great to be here on this moderate Monday morning.
We're here to wake you up every Monday morning with this semester's all news, exciting news, events, and weather.
So yeah, Manny, it's your first time hosting.
It is my first time hosting. I'm very excited to be here, Kim.
I am too. I'm very excited to have you as my co-host.
I'm very excited to be your co-host. You know, so much time spent behind the camera. It's fun to be in front of it for once.
Definitely. How's your first week of classes been?
They've been pretty good, you know. I have a lot of lecture classes, so I kind of have the luxury of just sitting back and listening to the professor, not really having to participate, which, you know, can take some of the pressure off. How are your classes going?
Well, I unfortunately do not have a bunch of lecture classes. All of my classes are ones you have to participate in, which for me is like nerve-wracking. But thankfully the first week, like, they don't expect as much because you haven't done any of the readings or the homework, so like you're not really expected to participate. But going onward, the pressure is definitely on.
It's very true. You better get ready for the semester.
I also know you have an internship this semester, right?
I do have an internship. I'm very excited for it. It's at an entertainment news agency, and my first day there, I was able to meet Drake Bell from Drake and Josh.
That's amazing.
Yeah, me and him are like practically best friends now.
That sounds like a dream come true for you.
I have a lot of dreams, but those were one of the many dreams that came true for me.
Well, speaking of dreams, this marks the beginning of MLK Dream Week at Rutgers, and I know that there are a lot of events lined up for it.
Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, Martin Luther King was such a great and inspiring individual, you know. It's great to see his impact, and really being able to celebrate it this week is such an exciting opportunity.
Definitely, and seeing all the other influential people who might go less noticed is definitely a great learning experience. Speaking of learning, we're also going to be hearing from Samantha Feaser from the Learning Centers.
Yes, I'm very excited for that. I'm going to be interviewing her today, and it's going to be a great time. You know, I personally love learning, and, you know, I think that being able to use Learning Centers is, you know, great, and everyone should be able to utilize their programs.
Definitely. Have you ever been to the Learning Center?
Personally, I haven't. I'm a pretty good student, but that's not to say that good students don't need the Learning Centers. I think everyone can use help every now and then. Have you used it before?
Yeah, I've used it for, I was in organic chemistry, so with that class, like the material, like each individual piece isn't necessarily difficult on its own, but considering the volume of information they give you to understand, it takes a while, so the more you see it, the better. And I went and I did study groups, and now actually I'm a study group leader for it, so it came full circle.
Amazing.
Yep. So it was really fun, and we'll go over that and more later, but before we can get to the rest of the show, let's see how much you know.
When is the last day to make changes to your meal plan and are you express? We'll find out the answer right after this break.
It's important to stay safe and be aware of your surroundings on and off campus. Need some tips on personal safety and how to look out for others?
Yes!
Well, you're in luck, because Night's Watch Safety Program is coming to Rutgers. The goal of this campaign is to focus specifically on physical safety, provide programming to change the misperception that Rutgers isn't a safe place, and educate students about the resources on campus. Here's some useful tips to stay safe. Lock your doors at all times, even when you're just going next door. Most thefts occur in less than 1 minute. Get to know your neighbors and people on your floor and building. This will make it easier to spot strangers. Take precautions when walking alone on campus, especially at night. Keep personal belongings in view while in class, the library, lab, etc. Don't update your Facebook or Twitter status with your location on it. Don't put where you live or any other personal information on your profile page. This makes it easier for thieves to track you. To learn more about the campaign, be sure to visit staysafe.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Before the break, we asked, when is the last day to make changes to your meal plan at RU Express? Now it's time to find out the answer.
The last day to make any changes to either your meal plan or RU Express is next Tuesday, January 30th.
So did you know that even if you're a freshman, you can change it to lower than the minimum required in meal swipes for a freshman?
I actually did not know that, no.
Yeah, no, my freshman year, my roommates were who were more in the know than I did. I was changed it, so they, at the end of the year, did not have like 100 extra meal swipes to figure out how to use.
Well, when I was a freshman, I definitely found a way to put those 100 meal swipes to use.
Oh yeah, no, like I would sit at Woody's and I would just swipe 20 times at once, and it was just that took a lot of time and energy. So I kind of envy them for being able to change their meal swipe to a lower one.
Definitely. Right now, I don't have a meal plan because I live in an apartment, so I cook for myself. But sometimes, you know, I just see people swiping into the dining hall, and I'm just like, let me in, please, let me in. You know, it can feel like a luxury at times.
Definitely. It's something you don't miss until it's gone.
Right.
Have you ever swiped in and out of Woody's?
I swipe in all the time. You know, I personally love to get the wrap, you know. But the thing about Woody's is sometimes, you know, when you get food there, you want to make sure it doesn't go to waste, you know. I always find it stressful when you buy food that has an expiration date and you feel the need to use it before it goes to waste.
Definitely. One thing that will affect your perishable foods is weather. So let's go to our weather watcher, Manny Cruz, to find out more.
Good morning, it's Weather Watcher Manny Cruz. I missed you guys since last semester, and last time I was here, it was a pretty bad forecast because I had 2 snow days, but this week it's going to look much better. It's going to be a warmer week. Expect some rain Tuesday and 1 cold day on Thursday. I'll talk about that more in just a bit. This morning, we had a low of 41 degrees, so a pretty warm start so far for the day. And today is going to be a high of 52, so today is a perfect day to walk around, have some frozen yogurt, and pretend that it's spring, even though it's January. Let's take a look at the daily planner. It's going to go up to about 52. We might see a break of sun around 2 p.m. and do expect some sprinkles sometime around midday. So if you have my type of hair, make sure that it doesn't get ruined by the rain. Let's take a look at the low tonight. It's going to drop to 43 degrees. And if you're one of those people who likes to study late at night, you might see some rain around 3 a.m., so make sure to prepare for that as well. And Tuesday is going to be the warmest day this week. It might hit 60 in my opinion, but it is going to be ruined by thunderstorms and showers and wind, so make sure to bring your umbrella, your raincoat, and try to look as fashionable as you can despite the terrible weather. And for now, I'll talk more about the 5-day forecast in just a bit. So for now, back to you, Kim and Manny.
Thanks, Manny. It's so great that we now have a Manny and a Manny squared.
Kim, the math. I get enough of it in class. Let's not bring it into the TV show.
Well, what can I say? Manny 1 times Manny 2 equals a miraculous Monday matchup.
You bio majors are unstoppable, aren't you? You and your math.
Well, the more math puns in your life, the better.
Well, it's debatable, but I think it's really great that this week is going to be really warm.
Definitely. The rain is unfortunate, but it's still nice after so many weeks of cold to actually have a time period when you don't have to bundle up with 3 layers of clothes, a hat, a scarf, and gloves.
Right, yeah. It's been a very confusing month. It's been cold, it's been warm, it's been all over the place.
Yeah, no, it was like that in the fall too, so hopefully we'll just weather this part out, no pun intended, and we'll get to smooth, and it will be a smooth transition into warm weather in the spring.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be interviewing Samantha Feaser from the Learning Centers later on today.
Definitely, and we'll get to that and more right after this.
Are you interested in voicing your vision for the future of social justice? Then sign up for the second annual MLK Oratorical Competition. In order to participate, students must write and recite an original 8 to 10 minute speech based off of a given MLK quote and write about how you can use your voice for issues that matter to create a socially conscious world. This event will be held on January 24th, 2018 from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Paul Robeson Cultural Center. It is free and open to the public. All are welcome and encouraged to attend. For more information, call 848-445-3545 or email Tiana Ford at tmf114@rutgers.edu.
Do you like kicking back in your free time? Sometimes the dorms can get stuffy and boring, so head on over to the Rutgers Zone. Need somewhere to watch sports? Need to satisfy that ice cream craving? Or are you tired of your old video games? Rutgers Zone is where you need to visit. Enjoy some games, food, TV, karaoke, and so much more. And don't forget to ask for those ice cream toppings. With all of the cool things at the Rutgers Zone, why would you even leave? If you are on Livingston campus, make sure you swing by the Rutgers Zone, just a bus stop away. For more information, please visit zone.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Hope you're having as much fun this Monday morning as we are. Let's get into some news and events.
But it is also a top-notch place to learn how to give back. The Engineering Governing Council's Community Outreach Committee created a competition within the engineering department to see who could donate the most non-perishables and toiletries to the Rutgers Student Food Pantry. The food pantry provides free food to students. The competition took place last semester, and the first place team won a department-wide pizza party sponsored by the School of Engineering and the Engineering Governing Council. The Department of Chemical and Biochemical Engineering came out on top. They raised over 1,200 pounds of donations. Together, the entire School of Engineering raised over 2,000 donations, which will go towards helping ease the stress and distraction of hunger for students in need. If you would also like to donate to the Student Food Pantry, you can do so at 39 Union Street on the College Avenue campus. So it's really awesome to hear about a Rutgers school putting in so much effort to give to a great cause.
Right, and 12,000 pounds of donations. That must be so much food. I can't even imagine how that looks.
I know, that it sounds really incredible, and it's amazing. You hear about all these charities that give out and, give to causes outside of here, which are also great. But it's also good to give to those in need within your own community as well.
Right, giving back to the community is paramount. Speaking of giving back to the community, while there is uncertainty surrounding DACA right now, Rutgers Dean of Students Office is helping students in any way they can. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services will resume accepting requests to renew applicants' DACA status due to a federal court order. Until further notice, DACA policy will continue to presume on the terms set in place before it was rescinded on September 5th, 2017. This international issue may hit close to home for members of the Rutgers community. For any questions or assistance, please visit the Dean of Students office. Working alongside the deans is case manager Juliana Garcia Telez, who can offer and support and advocate for undocumented students. Please contact the Office of the Dean of Students at 848-932-2300 or Dean of Students at echo.rutgers.edu to schedule an appointment or for support addressing other issues related to your Rutgers experience. You can also speak with the Dean during walk-in hours, Monday through Friday from 1 to 5 p.m. In addition, immigration rights attorney Jason Hernandez from the Rutgers Immigrant Community Assistance Project is available immediately for a free consultation at jason.c.hernandez@rutgers.edu. I think it's really great that Rutgers is helping to support and uplift their community, even those who might not have citizenship yet.
Definitely, particularly with such uncertain politics at this time. It's really wonderful to see Rutgers helping those affected by certain policy changes that may or may not be happening. And it definitely has members of the community stressed out. And is the stress of college already getting to you this semester, or do you want some quiet time and space? Then head over to the Bush Student Center for Mindfulness Meditation. The meditation session is tomorrow, Tuesday, January 23rd from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. in room 122A of the Student Center. For more information, visit rhscaps.rutgers.edu. that sounds like a great way to de-stress. I know that I'm already like pretty tightly wound, and I know meditation's a great way to cleanse both like your body and your mind, at least for like a brief period of time.
Yes, I love meditation. I tried it once before school started, and it was a full body meditation. I was lying down, and I just remember getting up and just feeling so zen and in tune with my environment, and even more in tune with my environment, in tune with my community. And another way to get in tune with their community is by celebrating the legacy of an acclaimed author with words and art. Join the Center for Social Justice and LGBT Communities in their event, The Revolutionary Queer Spirit of James Baldwin. The event combines a visual art making workshop and includes a dialogue which will be held tonight from 8 to 9:30 p.m. at 199 College Avenue. If you want to attend but don't have art supplies, don't be discouraged. Attendees will get free canvases and mixed medium art supplies to use for the evening, and will be able to create an art piece inspired by Baldwin's work. For more information, visit socialjustice.rutgers.edu. You know, that's such a great event. You know, James Baldwin was such a revolutionary person, and to see his impact on today's society is really amazing.
Definitely, and it's really great how you can both learn about and appreciate his artwork while making artwork of your own at the event.
Right, definitely. It's a great outlook, and it's perfect for Dream Week. You know, Dream Week is this weekend. It's going to be such a great event. It's such a great time to, you know, really be inspired by those who made America sort of what it is today.
Definitely, and that's definitely a good event to start it all off with. And to help us get even more excited about Dream Week, let's learn about last year's with this.
Good evening. I'm Ziajah Nellom, and I'm here tonight at the Livingston Student Center as the Rutgers community kicks off Dream Week 2017. Let's go check it out and get inspired. Tell us a little bit about the event and your favorite part.
Yeah, so the event was basically keynote speaker talking about the importance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and how his actions and what he did for the community relates back to what we're dealing with right now.
What are some ways that you celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King?
I would say that some ways I celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King is through my sorority. We actually empower people of all cultures, and we promote cultural awareness, and we just advocate overall for social justice.
To show appreciation of Dr. King, I think I too should be more resolute in my decisions as far as standing up for social justice and human rights on campus and in America and globally.
Tell us a little bit about Dream Week.
Sure. So 2017, this is our inaugural Dream Week. Last year we had just a Dream Day and got such great feedback and responses from the students and also our colleagues here on campus that we were able to expand it with the help of the Division of Student Affairs and our Vice Chancellor, Dr. McGinty. Dream Week is really just 7 days of events. We actually squeezed 9 events into 7 days, but we have a whole bunch of events where we talk about Dr. King's legacy of social justice and how that can translate to the student experience, but also how it can translate to the Rutgers community as a whole.
How do you think events like these bring the community closer together?
Sure. So, a lot of our differences are because we don't communicate with each other. Opportunities like this where, we have such a great speaker like Dr. Jelani Cobb, and then we have an opportunity with the reception to come together and actually talk about what we just heard. Communication often just breaks down the walls.
And what other ways do you think the Rutgers community can do in order to be united?
The first step really is to have an open mind and to want to get more involved and be more open-minded. A lot of the things that we don't open ourselves up to is because it's by choice. We don't find the information, we don't seek out different people. So that's really the biggest piece of how folks can really engage with each other is want to do it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the start of Dream Week 2017 as much as I did. Keep painting the town scarlet. I'm Ziajah Nellom, RUTV.
Welcome back, Rutgers. That was a great package that we just saw, Kim, don't you think?
I know, definitely. Last year's MLK Dream Week looked amazing. I definitely was impressed at how they crammed 9 events into 7 days.
Definitely. It's really amazing that they're celebrating the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. And, it's amazing that they sort of took it from a thing that was just 1 day and expanded it into an entire week. It just shows how much impact Dr. Martin Luther King had on our society.
Definitely, and all the speakers they got really help with raising awareness and communicating, like that one organizer said, which is really the best way to break down the barriers that Dr. Martin Luther King was fighting.
Definitely, communication is key.
Yes, and speaking of the places where you can get communicated to, we'll have Samantha Feaser from the Learning Centers right after this.
Rutgers University is now offering a master's program in UN and Global Policy Studies. This new program is the only one of its kind in the United States. The curriculum for this program is designed to provide students with qualitative and quantitative analytical skills, as well as hands-on management experience required by leaders in the field. All applicants must hold a bachelor's degree from an accredited college. The program of study requires 36 credits and is open to both part-time and full-time students. For application information and to apply online, check out gradstudy.rutgers.edu. For more information, check out unstudies.rutgers.edu.
This is Kate. Kate never utilized the many great resources Rutgers has to offer. Now, Kate doesn't have a job. Don't want to end up like Kate? Then you should go to University Career Services. University Career Services provides career-related counseling, resources, and programs to help individuals clarify academic and career goals, establish career plans, develop job search skills, and make successful career transitions. The mission is to build relationships with alumni, employers, and graduate schools to optimize internship, job, and career opportunities. From workshops and webinars to fairs and other recruiter visits, the staff within University Career Services works tirelessly to prepare students and connect them to the world of work. For more information, visit careers.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. I'm joined by Samantha Feaser, who is the Administrative and Marketing Coordinator of the Learning Centers. Thank you so much for joining me today, Samantha.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm excited to be here too. So can you tell me what the Learning Centers are?
So the Rutgers Learning Centers offer free academic services for all Rutgers students to help them achieve academic success.
So what are some of the more popular programs and services that the Learning Centers offer?
So we offer peer walk-in tutoring, academic coaching, writing support, study groups, workshops, and in-class support through the Learning Assistant programs. And students can walk in for tutoring or sign up online for other services.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So what are some of the differences between the Learning Centers and the Writing Centers?
So the Writing Centers are more specialized for writing program courses such as XPOS or Basic Comp. And our writing coaching program helps with writing that's not for the writing program courses, such as scholarship essays, lab reports, or term papers.
Oh, that sounds great. So how many learning centers are there on campus and where are they located?
So we have a learning center on each of the New Brunswick campuses. The College Avenue Learning Center is in the Rutgers Academic Building. The Livingston Learning Center is in Tillett Hall. The Cook Douglas Learning Center is in the Laurie Building, and the Bush Learning Center is in the Cirque Building.
Oh, that sounds amazing. It's really convenient. So you guys offer free writing workshops on Wednesdays, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what skills? So what skills can some students learn at those workshops?
So through these workshops, students can work on their grammar and writing style. And we also offer academic skills workshops where students can work on topics such as time management and study skills.
That's great. I know time management is paramount for Rutgers students.
Very important.
So where can students go for more information?
So for more information, students can visit our website, rlc.rutgers.edu, or students can stop in any of our locations, and we have student office assistants that are amazing, and we'll be happy to give them any more information about programs or other services they can utilize.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully students can take advantage of the Learning Centers this semester. Stay tuned, Rutgers. We still have lots of show left to go, and we'll be right back after this break.
The Rutgers libraries have some of the biggest resources this university has to offer. There are 9 libraries located throughout all campuses with convenient hours to fit any student schedule. The Alexander Library on College Ave campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Art Library, located on College Ave behind Scott Hall, is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Carr Library on Livingston campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Chang Library on the Douglas campus is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Mabel Smith Douglas Library on the Douglas campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Library of Science and Medicine on Bush campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Math and Physics Library inside of the Hill Center on Bush campus is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. There's plenty of space for everyone at the library, so come inside. Shh.
Welcome back, Rutgers. So Manny just had a great interview with Samantha Feaser about the Learning Centers.
Yes, it was very informative, and I hope that students can go utilize all the services that they provide.
Definitely. Rutgers definitely provides a lot of resources for students to learn to the best of their ability. Speaking of things that I want to learn about for the planning this week, let's go to Manny to find out the 5-day forecast.
Yeah, and it's going to be so warm this week that I'm tempted to bring out my salmon shorts and white polo. It's going to be 52 today. It's going to be 59 on Tuesday. Expect some thunderstorms. And then the coldest day, and the only cold day I should say this week, it's Thursday with a high of 37. Make sure to watch Miss Ashley Cornish forecast on Thursday, because Saturday and Sunday it's going to look, it seems like it's going to be nice with temperatures in the 60s. But for now, I'll see you next week. Back to you, Manny and Kim.
Oh, thank you so much, Manny. I gotta say, I always love Manny's weather hits. They're always my favorite part of the morning.
Definitely. I really like hearing about his salmon shorts. And
salmon-colored shorts, yes. They are great. You know, whenever the weather seems to warm up, people just love to come out with all of their summer gear. Yes. Just this morning, I saw someone wearing basketball shorts and sandals.
Wow. Yeah, no, it definitely feels like summer weather. I'm just living in fear that that cold is going to come back really soon.
Definitely.
Heck, it's already coming back on Thursday. The low's 19.
I mean, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, sometimes when I come back home pretty late, the chill starts to set in, I'll tell you that much. You know, I'll go out for the day in my fall gear, and then when the sun goes down, I'm shivering.
Oh, yeah, no.
Literally shivering.
On Thursdays, I get back home at 11 after a club meeting, and it's like always freezing by then.
Right. I need to start carrying like an Arctic jacket.
Definitely. It's like knowing the weather is such an important thing for planning. Like, they were talking about time management being paramount in your interview, and weather does affect that in a way, because just it affects how quickly you can travel places and how much you need to hunt down your hat and gloves because they got buried under all your other stuff because it's been warm for a week.
Definitely. Even your umbrella. Sometimes when it's raining, I feel like if I don't have my umbrella, I tend to go to things faster, you know. I tend to, you know, sprint to wherever I need to go because I am not a fan of getting wet by rain.
I think most people aren't a fan of getting wet in the rain.
You'd be surprised. Some people very much enjoy it.
Well, it's like if I'm having a hard, stressful day and it feels like one of those like symbolic cleansing moments, then sure. But most of the time, that's not the case.
Yeah, just stand in there and let the rain wash away your worries.
Exactly. Just stand there with your face up and like let it go. Well, take me from this place, oh rain.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of weather.
Yeah, no,
love the weather.
I always try to carry around this really cheap like $2 umbrella, so at least I have something. I mean, it's half broken, like the one side is dangling down on it.
That's the worst.
But you know, at least it's functional. Well, Rutgers, that'll do it for our first Monday show of the semester.
For more events happening this week, you can go to getinvolved.rutgers.edu or ruevents.rutgers.edu.
Follow us on Facebook by searching RU Network or follow us on Twitter by searching @WakeUpRutgers. We love hearing from you.
Tune into Thursday's show with Eva Anike Eckler and Adia Dowdy for more Rutgers news.
Thanks again for tuning in and to Samantha for joining us. I'm Kim Peterman.
And I'm Manuel Silva-Paulus. Good luck to your second week of classes, and we'll see you next week, Rutgers.
I had